This is going to be my top 5 books of the year, and I've got some honourable mentions as well. For those of you that are new to this page, I only just started reading again this year. This is the first time I've started reading since school. I'm ending the year on 63 books read, which I can't believe. That is insane. Some of them are audiobooks, and if you want to have that discussion, you can. I think they count. The honourable mentions are in no particular order, but the first one is The Year of Living Danishly by Helen Russell. It's the only non-fiction on here. Next up is The Screwtape Letters by C.S. Lewis. Now, this is letters from a devil to a junior who's on Earth, and I just found the writing style and the comedy in this just exactly what I like. It was dark, it was brilliant. Last on the honourable mentions is War Horse. I've never seen the film, I'd never read the book, and I read this book about a month ago, and my god, Joey, I still get upset when I think about this. It was such a good little story. But anyway, now that I've mentioned those, I can get on to the main 5. In 5th place is Babel, still don't really care. I loved it that much I went and got it signed, and Robin Swift's decisions in this book are questionable, but I fully back him. Everything he did was spot on. This was probably the book that ignited my goal for the year was 10, and then after I read this book I was like, I need to read more books. And that's Kingdom of Ash, which is the finale in the Throne of Glass series. It was beautiful. Crown of Midnight could have been a close. I could have swapped out the two scripts. I really enjoyed that one. Next up, it's The Sword of Kaigan. The way that the characters written in this are really beautiful. The story's really dark, it's harrowing, yeah, really emotional read, but absolutely beautiful. I don't have a physical copy of this yet because I'm waiting to buy a nice one, and I don't have the funds for that right now, but I'm going to put a picture of it right here. That is Words of Radiance by Brandon Sanderson. I started the Stormlight Archive. I've gone in at the deep end. I really enjoyed Wave Kings, but Words of Radiance, it took me on such a journey, and I didn't believe in a Sanderlanche until I got caught in one, and then suddenly at the end of this book, I'm being just overwhelmed with just complete greatness. The number 1 book I've read this year is Dungeon Crawler Carl by Matt Dinnerman. I cannot tell you how much fun I've had reading and rereading and listening to this series. I didn't even know there was a genre of book that could transcend video games, dark humour, morbidity. It has absolutely everything that I love wrapped up into a story about a guy and his ex-girlfriend's cat going into a dungeon. Like, it's just incredible. One of my friends got me this really cool Magnet of the Butcher's Masquerade. That is my favourite one in the series, but I think you'd never get to the number 5 if you didn't read this first one. And this first one just, yeah, completely changed my outlook on reading, what's possible for books, and I'm so glad that I've read it. Those are my top 5. Let me know in the comments if you've read any of them or if you have any recommendations for me for next year as well. It's been a good year for books for me.